Well, this is going to pretty much be take one. Hey everybody! I'm trying to get a good setup if I can. But I finally can get to this video today about this permit book. I said, yeah, I got a couple minutes. I got some downtime. I said, let me try to get this stuff in order. And I wanted to show y'all why I'm doing it. So this is pretty much what I'm going to do. So let me try to turn this TV down so y'all can hear me pretty well. Trying to take care of a lot of business stuff while I got this downtime so that I can get stuff done pretty properly. So let's get started. All right, wait a minute. Hopefully this phone don't. Yeah, I got the cable remote. Even though I ain't watching cable, I'm watching the Fire Stick, getting some pretty up-to-date movies. So yeah. All right, so wait a minute. Hopefully this thing do not fall. I don't have all my stuff to keep y'all upright, so I'm hoping this little setup will work. So you got your permit book. I'll pull this out in so many videos. Y'all should know what a permit book is. Like I said, according to the company, everybody permit book either look more simpler, more fancier. It's just in the type of book with all your permits. So when we're talking about permits, we're talking about stuff that could look possibly like this. It almost looks like a certificate. It's just something to give you permission to carry certain things through certain states. And a lot of times you'll have, out of your whole permit book, you're going to have more liquor licenses than anything as far as to carry beer, alcohol beverages, whatever you may carry that involves alcohol. So I have to shred these because these are old, so I already pulled these out to where I'm going to shred them as soon as my son bring it to me. Chris! So, like I said, I'm trying to organize it. Because, like I said, this part of the book tells you how it should be organized. And a lot of times, permit books will have the first sheet that can tell you what should go after what. So if you get confused, just go by your little checkoff sheet. Okay, first page, of course, is registration. Second page is insurance card. Third page is Canada non-resident insurance. Third card is IFTA. So you can go through this stuff to make sure that this stuff is even the way it's saying. So this is my registration. This is what my insurance card looks like. So my IFTA card, you know, I got my IFTA through USA. They pay for that because I don't have my DOT numbers. I mean, I could still get my IFTA if I chose to, but why do that when they can pay for it, right? So some things you can kind of take off your budget where you really don't have to worry about it. So let me see. This don't expire because I didn't see. Let me see. Because I printed all my stuff out from my email. So this is all the permits that I printed out to where I'm trying to make sure my book is up to date. So, Controller Maryland. So yeah, because they don't have it. Because, I mean, I look on every single sheet just to make sure that there's no expiration date on there. And this looks like this is a replacement right here. So, yeah, so I'm about to replace this. But that's crazy because this doesn't have an expiration date. So I wonder why. Okay, it has an expiration date. Okay, so now I got my up-to-date IFTA. You want to say hi to the tube? Can you plug it up over here? Let me see. Is there a plug? Yeah, they helps me out. My kids are such the sweethearts.
Where's the plug?
Let me see. You gotta find it. But let me show them the shredder real quick. I mean, y'all know what a shredder is. They don't see your little hand, boy.
Hi, YouTube.
Hey, but hand me the shredder real quick. Man, I mean, if you don't already have a bunch of stuff on your truck, you can buy a little small shredder, like something like this. You know, shredders come in different sizes. You see, this is about the size of my torso, so it's small. And, you know, shredders come in handy because obviously this is a lot of personal information And not even just for your business, for personal too, because if you're somebody that get a lot of mail and you open up your mail, you don't want to just throw it away because you got your name on there. If it's like accounts for bills, you got your account numbers or different credit cards. Some people don't even open their mail away. They throw the whole piece of mail away. And now when somebody find it, they can open up accounts in your name because you didn't, stretch your information to keep, your sensitive information, secretive, So, all right, so I replaced the IFTA. The next one is, okay, that one is good. So I'm just going through all my paperwork to make sure that each individual page is right. So I'm looking at this stuff to make sure that everything is the way it should be. So let me get this in order and I'll be back. I'm looking at this one and it says Oregon. Stop before entering. You must call dispatch before entering Oregon in order to receive an Oregon weight distance tax permit. Failure to obtain this permit can and will result in citations or fines in excess of $400 in downtime. Do not enter Oregon without this permit in your possession. So something to know, guys. I don't know if this is for all trucking companies that you're on with or if this is just something with USA. But yes, this is part of the permit book. So this one is a Thermo King weight exemption. So it's an old rule, looks like. Obviously, September 6, 2007. Thermo King Tri-Pack Auxiliary Power Unit Vehicle Weight Exemption. This document provides verification that Thermo King Corporation Auxiliary Power Unit, known as Tri-Pack, has public approximate system weight of 430 pounds, equaling out to 195 kilograms. This weight may vary from tractor to tractor. Depending on installation accessories, below is a summary of a portion of the energy bill which discusses the weight exemption. So overall, before I just read through any of this is just saying that I guess you get an exempt rule if you have a Tri-Pack or Thermo King unit on your tractor. In my case, I don't, which I wish I did. Shit sucks. But yeah, this is an exemption rule. So this breaks it down from state to state, which state has the, I guess, exempt rule. So what the states that allow the exempt rule is Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California don't allow nothing. They just in their own law system by themselves, just like New York. Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, District of Columbia doesn't, Florida allows it, Georgia allows it, Hawaii doesn't. Who goes to Hawaii anyway? Idaho allows it. Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky. Oh, wait a minute. No. Get out of there, Laney. So Kentucky doesn't allow it. Kansas does. Louisiana allows it. Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico. Oh, New York allows it? Okay, I thought they were going to have some stuff with them. What? North Carolina? North Carolina don't allow the exempt rule? Wow. North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania. Rhode Island doesn't. You don't see a lot of those. I've never been to Rhode Island. South Carolina allows it. South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, and Wyoming all allows it. This information is in the table for the reference purpose only and should not be relied upon for regulatory compliance. This information may contain errors and omissions and is subject to change. Actual state laws or codes should be referenced for specific requirements. Texas enacted SB 493 on 17/11. Status of the 400-pound weight exemption for island reduction devices. National Island Reduction Network News, December 2011. So this is from American Trucking Association. I guess they help with a lot of the rules and things of that nature. So this is the number that I called when I went into my jackknife. So if anybody that's here at USA currently and you have any type of accident of any sort, like I said, first thing you do, you make sure you're safe, make sure the vehicle is safe, you're safe. And if everything is safe and maybe you are injured, of course you're going, 911 will cover ambulance. So first thing, call 911 after you analyze everything. Then you call this number and you report, you let your dispatcher know, and and everything will get to where it needs to be. Report all accidents to the accident hotline immediately, regardless of how minor. Call the accident hotline immediately and send a macro 12 on Qualcomm. It is your responsibility to talk to members of accident hotline or risk management as soon as possible after the accident. Obtain adverse party and witness information. Obtain police information. Photograph the scene and all objects involved, no matter how minor you think the accident damage is. And contact risk management at 1-800-336-6706 to obtain information on how to send photographs. Notify the accident hotline or risk management immediately if any citations is issued to you. In my situation, I didn't get a citation, so thank goodness for that. I also said this is by law as well. Since we have a PeopleNet, you must have one of these located somewhere in your permit book, so that if you get, let's just say you get a new DOT officer, he pulls you over and he wants to go over your e-logs, he needs to be able to refer to your PeopleNet quick reference guide. By law, you need to have this. So this is in the back, like the second page to the back of my book. So I have mine in there. These don't expire, so these are just indefinitely in your book. So I finished looking through my book. And remember, guys, a lot, especially I keep saying alcohol permits because they are the most headaches. Like some of these permits go bad in a matter of months. So you have to look through this book, of course, annually, but periodically, just to make sure your permits haven't expired, because they go bad pretty quick. But we're gonna go in order. So you have your tractor registration, and it actually tells you when they expire. So really, you can just look at the table of contents, of course, and that'll let you know when, you know, that they're expired, so you can get it from your dispatcher or safety. So you should have your tractor registration first, insurance certificate second, Canadian non-resident insurance certificate, if the cab card, annual tractor specific, federal hazmat, Alliance for Uniform Hazmat Material, your AR intrastate, your CA alcohol, CA hazmat, CA motor carriers permit. I don't see why they got California stuff. We don't run no California, so it's really weird. But you got Colorado hazmat, CT Connecticut alcohol, GA intrastate, Indiana intrastate, Indiana alcohol, Kansas alcohol, Kentucky intrastate, KY alcohol, MA alcohol, MD alcohol hard copy required, NH alcohol, NM weight distance tax reminder call dispatch before entering. We read that. NM alcohol, NY alcohol, NC alcohol A. You got NC alcohol B, Ohio alcohol, Oklahoma alcohol. When I say alcohol, I mean these are all alcohol permits. So Oregon weight distance, I think we read that too. PA alcohol, SD alcohol, Tennessee interstate, Texas alcohol permit, Virginia alcohol permit, West Virginia alcohol hard copy required. Wyoming interstate APU weight certification letter, we read that. APU weight state exemption list, we read that. Accident hotline, we read that. PeopleNet quick reference guide, must have it. And guys, spare 10-day paper log book required per DOT in the event your PeopleNet unit malfunctions. If missing, ask the nearest terminal for one. Emergency response guidebook required by DOT to be placed in the driver's side door panel of the truck. One thing I like about these permit books, always make sure your permits is in a plastic sleeve, because you know anything can happen where it can get wet. I even keep my physical in plastic too, because you don't want, you know, to get pulled over, and it's all kind of stuff that happen. Maybe you spilled your soda on it, or just kind of any liquid that can mess up, you know, your physical, and you want to be able to present this stuff at any given moment when you get pulled over by anybody, because I mean obviously that's your livelihood. So this is logbook. You know, you want to have an additional logbook in case your PeopleNet give out. So you need to have a logbook on hand just in case the stupid PeopleNet go down and now you have to log yourself. You can keep this inside with your permit book too. So yeah, guys. So once again, like I said, I've been meaning to go over this stuff, and obviously since I'm home, you know, being mama for now, and then my truck broke down, They still waiting on parts. The parts is on national back order, meaning that it's so many people, especially like Freightliner dealerships, that's they're in inventory of it. So I think they come first on the list for parts versus little people like me that need parts. So it's on national back order, my freaking parts. So my truck will not be up till next month sometime. So you know what I'm about to do? I'm about to drive a Lyft. Oh, y'all about to see me. If I'm able to, y'all gonna see me YouTubing about my Lyft experience. Like, look at this dumb motherfucker back here. Look at this nigga. You're like, fuck you. And I'm like, no, please, all right, don't give me a 2-star, give me 5 stars, please. No, that's Uber, but shoot, Lyft too, they rate you. But yeah, so shoot, I try to keep my business documents with me too, or at least a copy of it. Because sometimes you never know if you got to do business on the road. And a lot of times when you might do business on the road, they always sometimes want to ask for like your EIN number. You know, this is your EIN number and stuff. So yeah, all that stuff plays a role. You just got to try to stay on top of your business, because then you want to have like your articles or organization when you're trying to do stuff like maybe a business loan or whatever the case may be. But I'm not taking out no more business loans. I believe my business is going to take a break until I can figure out how things going to pan out as far as me either going local or still trying to do this on the op. Because like I said, my kids come first. So my son is recovering slowly, but he's still in pain. So, you know, my kids come first. So sometimes when you start on the op, or let's just say lease, most people start as lease drivers. You start lease drivers, you just getting in to get your feet wet just to see what you can do and then to learn. So now that I got my feet wet and I've learned, I might have to take a break and just come back to it. So it's all right. I ain't mad. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So, all right, guys, time is the essence. Let's make better time of it. Hope I didn't take too much of you guys' time. Let's love each other, not judge each other. I have to get a list of the names of everybody that donated to my PayPal, you know, everybody that donated to my GoFundMe. I really appreciate it. I want to give you guys shots out because I know you didn't have to do it. Every little bit counts. Every big amount counts. Any amount counts, because right now, you know, I'm down. Like, I'm not bringing no money in right now because, you know, I had to take care of my son, and then I don't have my truck. But USA did offer me to be a company driver, even though as a company driver, you make a lot less than a lease operator. So it's still a hit either way I go. But I'm going to figure something out, so I'm not stressing. Okay, Bumpin', don't stress me. I ain't going to lie to y'all. I'm stressing, but I ain't going to try. I'm going to try. Matter of fact, let me fix my vocabulary. Let me rewind. Bloop, 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 bloop. I am going to not worry about it. Do y'all see? Did this look like a face of worry? Did this like a face? All right, like a face like, ew, girl, get off this dang camera. All right, y'all, so look at the pretty view. You just can't beat when the sunrise and you get to catch just the beautiful water view.